see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Now here's McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Siakam. 4 on the clock. Oubre outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
A bit ago, Doug Christie and I were able to chat. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Kevin, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Now, here's Oubre after R.J. Barrett's miss.
This guy's a super quick leaper. Oubre doesn't need much time to get off the floor.
James in the high post. It's Drummond, top of the key. Wants to get it to Barrett and does. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, cold start, right? You've taken 4 shots. You've not made one of them.
And when it comes to R.J. Barrett, what do you think, Doris, about his development?
Well, we know he's got a scorer's mindset, and he's excellent off the dribble. The key for his growth is just he's got to become a consistent shot maker from deep.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And the jam by Oubre.
A spectacular finish by Oubre. He's got that airtime to get creative.
LeBron outside. Going inside. And James throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Oubre. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. McCollum outside. Pass to Jokic. There's the 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Barrett. He averages about 5 points a game. LeBron outside. And that one's good. Drummond. And it's all knotted up.
Boy, you love the kind of space that Andre Drummond eats up on the interior. Some guys don't play up to their size. Andre Drummond sure does.
And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. Pass to McCollum. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's McCollum. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Oubre outside. Off target from outside. And here's Cleveland. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Oubre outside. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Hachimura.
What a smooth catch-and-shoot opportunity from Rui Hachimura. Pretty.
Here's Barrett. Pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
McCollum looking it over. .143 left in the first. And it's Hachimura penetrating. And stolen by Drummond. And here's LeBron outside. Rebounded by McCollum. Siakam, right side. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Oubre outside. The three from McCollum. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Grant with the ball. And Hachimura picks him up defensively. Here's Barrett. Takes it inside.
Excellent instincts from R.J. Barrett right there. Finds the gap, drives with confidence.
Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Stolen by Grant. And a wide open look for James. Knocks down the three ball. LeBron's got 5.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And the second free throw, good.
Rui Hachimura, a guy who's willing to slot into whatever position the team needs him and works hard to help out on every single play. You love the hustle and the attitude.
Poked away. Rozier with the steal. On the wing, Rozier. Back to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
With the end of 1 quarter to play, still a close game.
The away team, 12.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Now, here's Bridges. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Great move by Hachimura right through the defense. Powers to the rim. Look out below.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jeremy Grant began his career as an activity role player, but he's been adding layers. He said at the start, whatever I needed to do to get on the court, whether it was defense, rebounding, blocking shots, I was going to do it. I wanted to see what I was capable of, so I put a lot of work in expanding my role. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. And James throws it down hard.
LeBron James, ever the showman with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Now here's Barnes. Over in the corner, Williams. 3 on the clock. Beasley with a clean look. No good on the 3. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Screen by James. Pulls up on the wing. It doesn't go in. He's 3 for 9 now and frustrated.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the paint, Williams. Diabate grabs the board. Cleveland trails by 3. LeBron steps it home.
LeBron James, one of the great showmen to ever lace them up. How about that finish, folks?
When LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be, what will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
And And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Substitution on the court.
McCollum outside. Jokic high post. A slam by Jokic.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Pass to James. And he hits it to tie the game up. James has got 12 in the game.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively. Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, you love how Andre Drummond always supports the play right where they need him to be at the end of that fast break.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to James.
How about the defense with Pascal Siakam? This guy likes making it tough on the offensive player.
And stolen by LeBron. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. 1:51 left in the first half of the game. On its way from Beasley for 2. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Beasley's got his first bucket in this one. And Barnes sends it back.
Get those long arms to work, Scotty Barnes. Send it back, young sir.
McCollum outside. Fires from deep. Bridges with the board. In the corner, Barrett with it. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Barrett's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that comfort level from three-point territory, that is something R.J. Barrett's continued to work on.
Here's Siakam. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change, 6 already.
No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
To the inside. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
James, no good.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Kicks it out to Beasley. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by just 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Hachimura. And here's Jokic. Takes it out to Siakam. In the corner, it's Oubre. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Oubre's got 7.
A short corner 3 works for Kelly Oubre. Nice, smooth shot.
Grant outside. Pass to Barrett. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And stolen by LeBron. Now Cleveland moving it up. James all the way to the rack.
Vintage LeBron James. He's cooking, and this guy may be the best to have ever done it.
Oubre outside. You know, Doris, here's a question for you. Is there a reason why we see so many point guards become head coaches?
I do believe, Kevin, obviously as a point guard, you are responsible on both ends of the floor. On the offense for knowing all of the sets and where every single guy is positioned. On the defensive end, you're the lead communicator. You are at the point of attack. So it makes perfect sense to me that they become head coaches.
Now, Jokic. He's got 7. They double-team Siakam. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Hachimura can make play after play above the rim. This guy's got a natural, gifted, athletic frame.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Jokic inside. And Jokic slams it in.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And it's James missing.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Jokic inside. Oubre outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Siakam. Diabate grabs the board.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
The offensive arsenal of LeBron James is tremendous. The ability to hurt defenses in so many ways is something else.
Oubre outside. Out to the right wing. McCollum outside. Jokic, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. 3-ball, LeBron James.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Outside Rozier. They double him with James. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball call.
Out to Bridges. Over Beasley. And the first shot of the night for him missing. .149 left to play in the third. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:42 left in the 3rd quarter. And stolen by James.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Right, it doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
Second team.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
And, guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
.114 left to play in the third. Driving in. Here's Diabate. No good on the shot.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
To the middle. Rebound by Williams. Outside Rozier. Picked away. Finney Smith with it. Williams picks him up. Shamet with it. Pass to Diabate. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And that's really just smart basketball. You send a poor foul shooter to the line.
Cleveland shooting their first shots of the night from a charity stripe.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Barnes outside. And it's Beasley in the corner. Outside Rozier. 6 to shoot. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. 9 seconds left to play here in the third. Barnes looking around. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland.
The visiting team, 30 seconds.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Barrett with the ball. And it's Trent picking him up. James down the lane. Shot clock at 5. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got the lead up to 4 now for Cleveland.
Well, it's the skill set and the strength of LeBron James. It'll be interesting to see how his shot profile breaks down when it's all said and done.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
What's striking about LeBron James is how his game has morphed to now it's all about guile and smarts and experience. He continues to dominate just in a different way.
Here's Drummond. Out to Bridges. No good with the triple.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Barnes outside to tie it up. It's rebounded by Cleveland. On the wing, Bridges. Inside. Here's Drummond. The layup off target.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now here's McCollum. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Bridges. Count it, and the foul. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Guys, this young man does such a good job keeping his balance on the way up to the basket. Mikal Bridges solid at keeping his composure.
And here's Oubre. And it's Hachimura in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Here's Drummond, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Back to McCollum. In the corner, it's Oubre. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Hachimura. Off the mark, and the drought continues. A huge two-handed slam.
LeBron James leaves no doubt about that one. Punches it home as soon as he gets the opportunity.
And here's Jokic. Now Hachimura. Outside Jokic. That does not go. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Oubre. And there's the call on James. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Oh!
Goodness.
When Mikal Bridges saying, don't sleep on my athleticism, some big-time hops.
Now Siakam. And there's the dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Great effort on the glass by the big fella. Nice work.
Bridges with the steal. Jokic with the steal. Hachimura. No good. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Siakam with the rebound.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Hachimura fires. Misses the three. Cleveland leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Cleveland.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
Team is in the penalty.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaking.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
Outside Rozier. Barnes outside. Jacks up a 3. Drained from outside. And so it's Cleveland with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Trent. Cleared away by James. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had